All right. So without further ado, I'm just gonna go over Atlanta Faze, LA Thieves. Easy peasy. Already seen the map, but there's some things that happen.
This to me
Kind
is
of a
just
weird
a
map.
battle of confidence, right? You have Scrap and Hydra, two of the best slayers in the game, playing with a world champ, playing with Ghosty, also a very hot gunny. These guys are on cloud 9. Atlanta Faze, there was a time where they had that sort of aura. Somebody's got to stop.
So on P1 breaks, the side that spawns where LA Thieves is spawning right here, you can't flood mid. These nades come through the door. If you do it in ranked, that's fine. Nobody knows how to throw nades. Nobody knows breakoffs really. But on a pro level, never ever going to work in a million years. Same thing with S&D and control when you don't have trophies. You generally have to play through hall side because top side is not very good for playing for this time. Generally speaking, it's kind of the same as it is in S&D with the pool bomb sites, where you can give up mid control off rip, you can give up the pool bomb site off rip, and just hunt the people that are playing outside of those positions, right? So in the pool S&D bomb, you hunt the people that are going to be maybe hitting a route, trying to get the palm for bomb checks and all that. Like, you just use your man advantage on the other parts of the map to take favorable engagements and then just collapse on the hill. So even though the map's asymmetrical and it doesn't necessarily favor LA Thieves, it's not that bad.
Out of control.
It's not bad at all, really.
Cloud9. Cloud9 are on Twitter. In we go to map number 1.
So you're going to see Faze with the double commit. Generally, two players commit to one side or the other when they do it. One guy's going to go top side, just try and be annoying. It's going to be Hydra, but he's going to get caught. You see he kind of plays this angle a little bit quicker. This is going to be Draza. He doesn't run to the head glitch. He just immediately chows out, opens up the angle so that this timing doesn't happen. If you're going to ever do this, keep that in mind. Just try and chow it immediately. Don't try to get a position. And they're going to get hall control here.
And this should be an absolute...
A lot of timings here. You can get flanked. If you're number 2 here, you can get flanked. They can jump up here from palm. They could jump up here close, which is what happened. They could just hit up your hall in his case.
Delight, boys and girls. The opening kills very much going the way of...
And yeah, so there goes top hall control for Faze. They have 2 guys mid and 1 guy on the double doors. Thieves should be able to pretty easily just set up a break here, and yeah.
Boys Faze.
Kind of a weird spawn here, by the way, for Scrap. There's no reason he wouldn't have spawned where his teammates spawned, but it's kind of close.
The time over to Envoy.
Yeah, top hall control. Another player fills. They have 2 up here. Nobody on Faze is going to be outspawned fast enough. You just got info on both of the last 2 you're looking for. This is going to be clean.
White arrows on the mini map.
Now, everyone's kind of on the 50-yard line, and so you don't know what side they're going to spawn on. You immediately have number 5 turn around to try and cut any potential spawner here, which is a great play out of Scrap, because that's the best thing he can do. Number 2, kind of on the opposite end, you have to play a little bit more heavy.
Suffering succotash, it's the Thieves Hill.
Number 8, so Ghosty's going to try and do the same thing on the opposite end of the map. So Faze are going to end up getting split spawns, and then both of LA Thieves ARs are going to move in positions where they're cutting off the crosses out of both spawns.
And make no mistake, if Envoy is...
Ghosty's going to get info on 2. Scrap is still looking for a potential spawner back here.
Shooting, like, it genuinely might be hopeless for everybody.
So Ghosty ends up going down, but he ends up getting info on 2 and giving Envoy the freest kill of his life. It's great. 5's going to end up overlooking this lane. He's done trying to play for the spawner. Number 4 is kind of playing heavy for this cross. No one's there. 2's got the top hall control, but no Faze players really filling.
Even yesterday, he was just racking up clip after
4, instead of filling top hall, he's going to end up putting his back to the spawn here, which I guess works.
Clip on rewind, and
but he's got to get in, and he's in. He ends up getting a freebie, and then who is this? Abizi ends up watching Draza's chase while he gets his kill. That's actually a really good play out of him. This kid is on one this year. I'm not sure what he's doing.
Starting off 5-0, leading the squad, but does get chopped down. Atlanta Faze get back.
Draza's going to end up playing for that last guy, trying to OE look for him, because he knows that they're not going to want to break through middle. They don't care about OEing top side or anything. They want to make sure that he doesn't get, like, they clean up everything over here towards, like, the hall side and the P2 side of the map. And so he just kind of backs up and he's prepared for it.
Back into time, and they will take the lead with
So this is going to be Draza. He's going to slip to the back here. Number 2 is going to end up chowing here. That's going to be a Beezy. And then you have 2 people on Faze, just middle. Someone needs to hit up.
Plenty of pressure on these spawns.
There was really no reason for a Beezy to do what he did. I think that you have a guy on time kind of push up, play a little bit of info maybe, and have number 2 maybe like flood the time behind draws here. I think if you do that too, the spawn doesn't occur. Not exactly sure.
Not quick enough over towards P2.
Difficult.
Yeah, and you see how LA Thieves is playing this? They don't give a fuck about these spawns. Like, they don't care. They're just going to leave them wide open. Number 4 is looking for the guy in the back. Number 5 is going to put his back to it because, like, they don't expect, or FaZe is not going to expect LA Thieves to just completely give up the backside of the map to collapse on hill and just play very tight-knit on the point. They're expecting LA Thieves to play for spawns a little more technical.
1v2 though, that fun little...
So you end up taking a 1-1 trade here, but now you have this kind of full collapse. LA Thieves are kind of towered over on this lane, and then Draza here gets a worst possible spawn.
Who's it? And it's a nice trade there. Brilliant work out of both teams to get there quick and fast. Cell not hot enough on the gun as...
Cell's going to end up going down. Number 2 gets a topside spawn. That's probably going to end up working out. Number 7, once again, he shouldn't really give a fuck about the spawn, but he's already here. And if you want to run through the back here, you're opening yourself up to a lot of timings. He probably has a sub too. Yeah, it's going to be Envoy, so you're not much you can do front. Kind of best thing you can do is just be in a position where you can quickly hit up, maybe cut mid, maybe reflank the top side, maybe try and get in a position where you can help. Just get yourself in a position where once you have info on where all the other team members are or could be, that you can make a play as quickly as possible.
It's Envoy, Dylan Hannon.
So this spawn out, yeah, and number 4 is going to spawn basically in Envoy's line of sight. These spawns are so unpredictable and awful.
Absolutely peace in 7 and 1.
Yeah, Hydra.
The only way to block them, literally, is just sitting behind this truck or on this truck. You can stare glitch it, by the way, but don't do that. Don't be a freak. But yeah, that's just how it is.
Waiting for Envoy for absolutely good reason.
Number 6 ends up getting this kill, and based on Envoy should spawn middle, but I don't think that the game is going to register a BZ as dead, so he'll end up spawning like close on these closer end of this palm spawn. Nope, he does spawn middle. The game does register it. That's rare for the game to actually pick up a kill less than like a quarter of a second before the spawner pops up. Normally it still thinks this guy's alive and it'll spawn him out. So yeah, these mid spawns, incredibly good. If you can get yourself, this is kind of the end game position, the ideal position. You don't want to be spawning in the back. You want to be spawning middle with, and having time. So keeping them out of basically this entire top side, forcing them all to flood this corridor, which is very nadeable. And then you can make this very scrappy.
Reckoned with, but now
it's a scrappy hill no matter what.
The back, and he does not last long. Selling him as a pixel, but that is all he needed.
7's going to end up slipping through the back, hitting this corridor. It's 40 seconds left. 3 is going to end up hitting a weird route through topside. He's not going to find anything. So they're just kind of wrapping around each other and getting this weird timing Ferris wheel.
Fantastic kill.
Faze doing a very good job. They actually end up playing their lives closer to time, and then are able to just cut the map with number 3 on top side here, also cutting this kind of truck part of the map.
Front, it is a long-range gunfight, but these are
so all those FaZe players have to do is worry about that corridor.
Machine gun players.
Force him through that corridor. Number 3 literally was gonna play for this gunfight, and then he's like, "Oh shit, I don't want to block the back." Turns around and runs away to ensure he doesn't block these spawns. Number 2 is gonna be prepared for anyone who did potentially spawn out. Normally you spawn like right here. You can also block these further back palm spawns. You want art spawn for next, but it's not the biggest deal.
Hard point. And look at that lead change any moment now. Ghosty's going to be up close. Real tight spawns here for the Thieves boys.
So number 2 is going to end up cutting it. He said, okay, didn't see anyone spawn here. He might push up hall and look down mid just to make sure. And he'll be back with his team to help. They probably just called everyone out on this corridor though. So he's just going to flood up number 3. All he has to do is go help his teammate.
Make their way through the back line.
LAT should get this time.
Open. Over to Draws, trying to enjoy himself a nice time in the hot tub alone. And here comes the Thieves. Break on through. Find a couple of kills.
These are gonna end up going down.
Envoy.
Solim gets a decent little timing here.
Again.
It's the bang out battle, man. 10 kills and 2
Yeah, not gonna end up working out.
Trying to break Hydra's record.
Good play by Envoy, ending up playing his life. There's no need for him to reach all that, but you don't know if your teammate's gonna go down. It's a guaranteed kill. It's just you might die off time and cost your team like maybe 5 seconds. And a good bit of forward position. But works out regardless. Faze are going to spawn towards white, which is favored. White or art, I don't know. Whichever you call it.
Well, why not give him Celium too? Celium made some monster plays.
Draza's playing for pool, and Hydra's somehow here. 2 is going to get up in this building? What is going on?
Break that hill, but they just get broken down in the end. But if we're thinking long term,
so Abizi's just trying to make sure nobody slips to the back and is able to flip front white. But Draza's not even playing front white. He's playing for the cut that Abizi's watching.
Atlanta Faze, we know, is also one of the smartest teams in.
They know that Celium kind of spawned out, and this is one of those situations. You're blocking the art spawn because of where Draza is. Abizi's not blocking anything really. Like if he was anywhere else on the map, the same thing would happen. But number 4 also being here on this plat, 4 spawns them P2, which is generally not great. But how you play this hill is very straightforward. If you have P4 spawns, you want to hold on to those because if you have white spawns, that's very favorable for P4, which is a money hill. And so your goal is just going to be to chow out front, keep the other team off time, get time, like play through middle, because that's how the other team is going to be able to secure time. And keep them off time through there, maybe get some time of your own, and then cash in your money hill. The other team is going to be playing not to chow these long lines of sight up front. You want to play through middle. If there's a guy on this back pillar on time, you can kill him through middle. You can get a guy prone on time where number 8 is, and you just secure, like you get this time, there's nothing they can do from the long lines. They either have to OE out or palms to kill you, or they have to come through middle to kill you. You can have a teammate sitting back here, kind of not necessarily where Celium is, but Celium's position does work. And you can watch these outer palm chows so they can't OE and kill your teammate. And then your teammates can also play through middle. So yeah.
Game. Draza and Abizi already responsible for the left side.
It's one of the more straightforward hills on this map.
The spawns will be good. Gotta get the hill time though, and right now, let's go.
So you see this wave of spawners. LAT is just absorbing this time, like they're playing through mid. Nobody's gonna be outer, able to chow. Faze are kind of playing for the OEs. You see number 3 here. They're playing for the OEs. They're not playing to take control. And one of the things that's tricky about this side is that it's such a long distance to run from, say, where Simp is right here to middle, to any other, to like the core part of the map. This cross is so long and it's so open. But it's not that bad. I think Faze needed to take control here. So Abizi's kind of been doing nothing for a while. He's playing for someone to play, to like initially be trying to flip. He needs to get middle.
Ghosty's home.
They need to take control. Or else LATs is just going to turn this hill into a money hill.
Trophies now in place as well. Happy place to be if you are a Thieves fan. The red arrows on the minimum.
Okay, so this little push up right here is going to... I'm pretty sure it fucks with the spawns. Because number 7 died here. So there's no guarantee that the game will still think number 7's alive when it respawns a Bezian cell. It sounds weird, but... Oh, wait. Who's this? Abizi. Yeah, Abizi spawned out. See, the game thinks number 7 is blocking kind of these more forward spawns. And then number 8 is blocking kind of the more in the back spawns here. It's weird. But, yeah, it seems intentional because as soon as number 7 kind of got that kill, who was that? Envoy? Did Envoy get a kill? Something happened. Let me go back.
Place to be if you are.
So no, number 3 goes down here. But as soon as number 3 gets this kill, they push up. I think it's after Draws is dead, I guess. They push up, and it looks like they're intentionally blocking.
Thieves fan. The red arrows on the minimap now, making their way through the front side. A bit of a pinch.
Yeah, both Faze players spawn out. And there's no rhyme or reason for this. Like, obviously, you can spawn behind white here. It's a very sticky spawn, too. If you OE this bottom spawn, like, in theory, if you OE this bottom spawn, and you sit right here, like where the P4 spawns are, they'll spawn inside of art. They'll spawn inside of white. If nobody's blocking. Like, that's how sticky these spawns are. So, there's no reason why Ghosty, and I think this is Scrap, positions right here would be blocking all of these spawns, but they do seem to be.
This could work out for them. Nah, not a hope in the world. Ghosty and Scrap, they put Draz to bed. Fill him full of holes.
And yeah, so you just have this flip, and this flip just should have never happened. It's hard to know if LA Thieves knew what they were doing, or if it just randomly happened.
And now a bit of a pinch through the middle. It's going to be a Beezy making his way through P1, but that's going to be an awkward fight to deal with Hydra now here. And Hydra in your
What the fuck?
kills.
Okay.
Okay, a Beezy, good job.
And so Faze are going to end up with mid control here. They have a guy on Pillar, but Pillar can't secure time. They need another guy through middle, and they can probably collect this 20.
Oh, that's going to be Faze back to the point.
Also twisted, but keep in mind what we were saying Atlanta Faze is the smart team for playing rotations.
Number one's going to go for this OE. Dog, there's 15 seconds left. You got no help. You are not slipping.
Thieves is smarter because they can just bully their way to get it. Who has to rotate
Yeah,
when
he
you
gets
can
a
slay
kill that
like
doesn't matter.
this in Envoy, 12 kills already.
At least Simp gets that trade. You're going to end up spawning out Plat across the entire map.
That is 3 men in the...
Ghosty's going to end up OEing because there's so much space that LA Thieves can work with. You have one guy on time, 2 guys fresh off spawn. You know they're going to be spawning Plat. I'm pretty sure they... Oh, yeah, they just killed another guy off time. So they don't have to worry about their OEs. Oh, wait, number 7's pushing up, though. Who just died? I don't think a BZ spawns in the back.
Feed Atlanta Faze. Everybody right
Okay, number 7's still pushing.
now is coming off spawn and Ghosty.
Yeah, Draza's going to spawn in the back.
He's going to be calling them all out.
The human UAV.
Yeah. And so, Ghosty took space where it was available. Number 7, Envoy, I'm not sure what the fuck he was doing. But yeah, obviously Simp's not going to expect him to be here because why would you not be blocking the back? Obviously, Draza spawned in the back because no one's blocking it.
Oh, look at that spawn for Draza.
Draza's not going to play for the kill. He's going to hold the back. You're 2 dead. Your last 2 teammates are on street. You're blocking this. You don't need to look that way. You just kill Envoy and you're chilling. You kill Envoy and you're also going to be kind of blocking these palm spawns. And number 5 isn't even going to be blocking. But now that number 7's here, I think that Faze are going to spawn out.
By the way, just an absolute gift behind P4.
Yeah, we'll see if he can do anything with
Oh my god, and they're spawning Narnia, bro. They're spawning like back their side mid.
it though, because Envoy is on the move. They haven't really.
Draza's still playing his life. Brother,
I've
what?
got no idea. And now they're going to find that hard point time.
You've got to make something happen right there.
Another classic look on Vault. Highly. Wait
And then, why are you creaking the door? Like,
a minute. What
they know you're there, dude.
is this? Is Envoy once again gifted another brilliant kill? He can do no wrong here on Vault. Hydra with the front line covered. Now Faze back to the drawing board on the attack here. God, this is such a tough map for him.
And now you see these kind of cuts here. I think Hydra's got an AR. I think we just saw that. They're just taking this long crosshair and they're just cutting it with ARs and letting these 2 guys close kind of play up.
That's honest to God unbelievable.
Remember, Ghosty's going to end up playing up with an AR too. They have this double cut with a guy kind of forcing these guys to spawn a little further out on the palm trees.
I want to hear the comms in that moment just to know if he got called out because
Faze is not interested in hitting through palm at all. I actually don't think it's as bad as teams give it credit for. It's just very situational.
as soon as we think Draza got given a gift, Envoy.
Hydra makes it a fantastic play here. Basically, what Hydra does by going through this lane is he's giving number 5 the security to just focus on this cross, not have to worry about somebody slipping underneath him. He pushes up this lane. It looks like he's going for middle to potentially reflank. If he knew where they were spawning, I think that would have been a reasonable play. I'm not sure if he did know. But instead of hitting through mid, risking dying, he's just going to prone here in a spot no one's ever going to check and he's going to make sure that number 5 continues to have the security to cut the cross so that they can secure this last 20.
Just start preempting the door, so that's absurdly heads-up gameplay, or just
Number 5 is going to end up dying anyway, but that's a really good game, or gameplay out of Hydra. He's going to end up pushing up. It looks like he's going for some sort of block, but he could just be playing his life.
a bit lucky, but LA Thieves taking full advantage. Hydra, by the way, is starting to catch up.
Yeah, so that basically Hydra's just like sitting in a corner, being like making Faze tweak about where he is and what he's doing, because he could be in a lot of places right now. Number 1's probably thinking he could have slipped mid. 2's probably telling him that, but in reality, he's just chilling, bro. And 2 Faze players are trying to play for him on this rotation. So that's buying his team the ability to take space on the map just by sitting in a seemingly useless corner.
Up the Envoy, who has been responsible for the hill time. Singing sweet there on P4, an incredible hill for LA Thieves.
BZ does a great time buying time for his teammate to get there so that he doesn't die. But this is what I'm talking about. These crosses out of this spawn are very, very like open and just annoying, which is one of the reasons why P4 is a money hill, is because the cross into this section of the map is also very annoying. So basically getting a kill and then forcing 2 Faze players to play for you is taking 3/4 of the other team, basically. And like giving your teammates the breathing room to be able to play for that last guy or those last two guys and get out of their spawn and kind of get position for next.
An Angel as well.
So specifically on that hill, that is a good play. It's not a good play every
I
hill.
mean, they're getting beat up pretty hard. Everyone across the board there in the red. And the wrong kind of red for
Faze get a freebie. There is top hall control for LA Thieves, but they have, once again, they're going to play for the guys that aren't middle first. Then they're going to collapse on top.
He's back to P1, we now go.
They're going to end up killing Celium down there. Now they have free reign over top hall. Number 5's filling to get in position. This should be a pretty clean break for LA Thieves.
There to get the hard point time is Hydra once again roaming the map, finding kills all over the bloody places at 13 and 10. A lot of production there.
And that's clean forward up.
Ghosty gets his, all down. Faze dead.
Oh, as soon as everyone outside of mid is down, and you're expecting at least 3 to be able to collapse on hill within a relatively short window of time, you just can't sit on hill. You have to make something happen.
Out, trophies in place, Hydra on the front line.
As trolly as it seems.
Good for the Thieves.
I mean, GG go next. How many times have we seen Atlanta Faze all 4?
So they're kind of in the same position, right? LA Thieves are kind of in the same position. They lost their guy holding top hall. Number 7's not in a position where he can assist on that side of the map, or really assist with like any angle on hill at all, besides either their own side door or a double door. So they end up getting off time and making something happen.
4 players negative. I mean, Simp is double negative. I just it is an atypical performance.
So Draws is going to end up OEing. He's not going to end up getting a kill, but he's going to end up running through mid, getting time. Number 6, I don't know. Yeah, number 6 ended up getting a kill when he went and made something happen on time. And Draws is on this OE, but he's not able to keep him out of time. He is going to end up getting a kill, though. And now number 8 is going to move, make something happen. Number 7 might even backtrack.
Performance in Celium, the walking 1.4. If he's negative, that's
Creepy. And number 7's ready for his top haul. They're both looking at it. Number 5 is holding specifically this cross to see if he runs up their side top hall or if he wants to flank through their main door. So he's being as useful as he kind of can be.
horrific side.
Oh, it's not good.
Gonna end up getting that kill.
Nice shots at Ghosty.
Now the guy top hall has to worry about you. Hydra's gonna end up slipping around.
Yeah, I mean, if the pressure, and now Hydra's coming in for the immediate pickup. I mean,
He doesn't see anything, and his team's just trading out on time. He's not letting Faze collapse. Number 4 is gonna end up slipping. Faze are gonna break, but what does it matter?
One out of the LA Thieves. This is one happy nade shot right now. He's smiling ear to ear as his boys.
Hydra that dropped down, 2 kills, free.
A victory lap over Atlanta Faze right now.
They can't fight back. I mean, Atlanta Faze are trying to do all the right things and just every single time.
So once again, you have this closer kind of angle here that they're playing for.
Someone on the Thieves is there to steal something. This is...
As his teammate fills, he's going to fill up, check his front palm, be able to assist these closer angles. Envoy's in a very good corner right here, by the way. There's no real way that Faze can check this, so it's kind of just a free kill.
This is painful to watch.
While we compose ourselves, let's go for an LA Thieves listen in and hear how it sounds to be up this hard.
Almost gets two, not quite. The number 5 is kind of playing back forth here. He should be able to get this kill on a BG.
Right, in the pool. One lobby. Pull that outer. Last guy. Outer 3.
Yep. And so you see this close hill spawn. There's no reason that they wouldn't have spawned where they should have spawned. They end up spawning close hill. Should never happen in a million years. Don't know why the spawn exists, but...
Hey, already cat. Sim cat, that's the first one, boys. You have a trophy. You didn't jump out. I didn't academy.
So big kill on cat. Now basically you have everyone kind of trapped in on time. They have to funnel the corridor, very nateable. You just have to win your gunfights front eventually. So they end up going 2 down. Actually, Simp goes top hall, gets the kill on this guy. That's very big. Now you have one guy kind of in the back, and Faze are able to push up together. You see this mid spawn once again, where once you kind of get pushed up far enough on the alternative side, Faze side, like they kill the guy off time, then all of a sudden the yard line of the map that Faze controls goes from like the 20-yard line to like the 10-yard line. And once you get them to the 10-yard line, then it'll start spawning in middle.
Take our timer. I'm already on the right.
So there's a weird spawn out here. No reason. I mean, as we saw earlier, Envoy was right here, and he wasn't blocking this back spawn. So why would Draza be blocking it, right? But instead, you get a random spawn out.
Two in the hill. Outer. I'm cat. One's outer still. Our T1. Or like, our back. Push it to the back. One shot, slip on hill. One more on the hill.
Way to get a kill right there.
One's outer. They're both there. One's there. Sell there too.
And that's going to cost Faze a good amount of time. That one kill that they allowed him to get. And now that mid spawn again, they're just not ready. Faze just aren't prepared for that mid spawn. You see it just kind of flip on its head there.
Army. I just killed this first army. First guy BZ. I'm already going towards new. A BZ's the first one. Be here. Mid army. You can push out
this triple spawn, and Faze are going to try to play through front. Ghostie's took space. Ghostie's really good at that. He's really good at taking space when it's available. He might be the best at that, honestly. But yeah, you see Faze aren't in a position to even contest middle, which they kind of need from this side of the map. And it just looks so bad for them.
Push out ammo. Ammo sell that one more. Bobby.
Ghostie's gonna end up getting 2.
Outer ammo and mid.
Then they're gonna end up getting timing on the guy mid.
Front ammo, last one. On the pillar. Yep. I have it. On the pillar.
And Faze he's able to push through time. That was Draza. He's able to get a kill, push through time, and then help his team break through middle. And you see all the Faze arrows kind of start, once they clean up their side of the map, they start pointing towards middle. They want that mid control so that they can sit on this time and potentially OE and maybe flip spawns for next.
Mid doors. Pushing mid. Going mid. I'm gonna go mid with you, Paco.
All middle.
Make sound you. One shot close. Mid doors.
Hydra once again, somehow almost getting 3. But yeah, still 2 middle, you're good.
I spawned out. Just live scrap.
Absolutely nonsense spawn out there. I have no idea. I don't even think this top side is preferred. I have no idea why he didn't spawn art. Or white. See, his teammate spawns white. Nothing on the map changed, really. I mean.
Mid door draws. Mid door telling me. Kill me. I'll come mid door. We gotta block. Make sure we're blocking. You.
Yeah, so they end up forcing the spawn out. They're just further up on the yardage. Faze are just on like the 30-ish. And LA Thieves are kind of on the 35. So that'll kind of flip.
What's at you? Let's at you, Cell, and you went back to mid. It's Simp. I don't know what you're doing. Nice. They're all white now. All should be white. That's me. Nice. White and mid.
Kind of a hectic map. BZ's dead.
Top lane. Run to mid. The top lane, they spawned front lane. One shot front lane. One shot front lane. I needed him. They're nice. Go. Fly. We're missing one.
Yep, and they clear house. They clean up everybody, and they just hit through, and they're going to reflip. I don't know how Faze let that happen.
He's gonna be the one on top. Yeah, we should have run it down towards yellow. Hey, behind me. Wait, this one out. That's him. Everyone's one out.
Yeah. Here's the thing. Spawn should flip
Go,
at
go,
10.
fly, we're missing.
And these just barely, these guys spawn before 10 seconds. Before this little, when this lock indicator pops up that shows where next is, that's when you start spawning for next, typically. I'm not sure if they actually changed that, but
Watch out for what I needed him, Nice, go, fly.
yeah, I mean, you see that the timings are basically exactly the same. Faze should spawn here still. Though, the two that died, they should still spawn here, but they don't.
We're missing one.
He's gonna be the one on top.
Yeah, we should have run it down towards yellow. Hey, behind me.
Yeah, and you can hear it in their voice. They can't even believe they spawned out.
Just one out.
That's him.
Everyone, one out. Yo, I'm going top.
I'm getting right. No,
Okay,
get top.
I heard your cop. Yo, I'll
Yo,
get
go white, go white. Yeah,
Listen, I can
it's
hold my own
square,
left
square.
cross. I have your left cross, whoever's white. Hold mid. Yo, one cross left cell, not too white yet.
Oh,
Yo, he's white now, front white.
Yeah,
Outer right, too white, one more. In white.
And so he ends up slipping white. When you're in white, you have to kind of push out on this plat to block.
One you. In white, one you. Last one.
He's going to end up sitting corner in white, so he's not going to block.
Watch out, line.
Line?
No fear.
Yep, 5 scrap spawns there.
Line dead. Last guy front.
Look for A
Last
in
guy
white, right?
No, in white. He's in white. Go to the back.
Going to end up dying for free while throwing a nade. And now your blocker's dead. And everyone's in shit position. This game should be over.
Nothing you.
Yep, spawning mid. This guy's a fucking bum.
These guys are awful, bro.
Yeah,
Nothing
right.
you. Nothing you.
Low weight.
Oh, wait, I can look my.
Low white, so he gets the comm, but he does end up slipping.
To the back.
Yep.
And you're raining.
And I'm getting a free kill on Cell. This guy's gonna get cleaned up. He's in war with Scrappy. 7 and 2 are in gunfights. They have full info on both remaining Faze players. So.
MVP of the 2023 season is double negative. Hydra talking crazy, Scrap talking crazy. These are out for blood, man.
Yeah, they're getting it. They're getting blood. It is nearly over, folks. Don't worry. Put Faze out of their misery. Wow.
Yep. And so that's that game. I don't love it. A lot of those spawns were not good, and they almost never favored Faze, honestly. But LA Thieves just are the better team. There's no doubt about that on that map. So I'll leave that there. That's kind of eye-opening. I'm not sure if the CDL spawns are actually different because they play on like their own little different server. And I can't be certain that those are the same because a lot of those made no fucking sense. None. So, not sure what's going on there. But regardless, I'll leave it there.